Hey guys, before we get into it, I wanted to let you know I'm going to try something new when it comes to battle submissions. If you want to give this a try, go down to the description. There's a link down there called the battle submission form. What I'm looking for is the spiciest battle. So I only want one battle. And when you submit it, just make sure you write spiciest battle challenge or something like that. Send me one battle with the spiciest team you can think of. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a win. Obviously, a win is good. But if it's like a really close battle or just something funny happened, just submit one battle. And I'm going to make a video here that is just the spiciest battle challenge. And I'll let you guys know who won the challenge. So if you want to try that out, link in the description. Oh yeah, and I mentioned in yesterday's video how Jeeves is back. Well, Jeeves has posted a video today, so if you want to go and check that out, link in the top right, also one in the description. She decided to use Shadow Hitmonchan to punch a bunch of babies in rank 1 and rank 2. It's actually really funny, and I was sat in with it. So if you want to go and see me and Jeeves collab, link in the top right, also one in the description. Would really appreciate it. Enjoy. And they come in with an Alolan Raichu here. I saw that psychic typing in the top right. And he goes for the Stone Edge, and they don't shield. Dude, this guy has 2 shields. So that Haunter comes back in, and yeah, dude, you double shielded your Alolan Muck. Think about that. You have a Haunter on your team, literally, and there's a Beedrill in the back. And by the way, if I went up against you and you were running a Wigglytuff, you suck. The Wigglytuff is going to go down to a Bone Club. Isn't that pathetic? A Pokemon going down to a Bone Club? You're pathetic, Wigglytuff. Once again, I hate you so much, Wigglytuff. Oh! It's a Gyarados. It's a Gyarados. Sorry about that. Just scratching my butt. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Azombombatombam. Bibbidi bibbidi boo bop bibbidi bibbidi boo bom bom deal. And welcome back to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you leave a like. If you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, as long as you enjoy the content. And if you want to pick up one of these fantastic Azombombatombam shirts, link for that in the description. All different kinds of stuff, hoodies and whatnot. And in fact, it's hard to advertise this. There's actually a little Scrafty head on the back as well. Something to think about. Enough of the shameless plugs. Let's get into it. So today we're going to be taking a look at some battles that were submitted to me by my good friend Bonage. If you don't know who Bonage is, he is the OG Spice Lord. He was the first one to ever have been crowned the title of Spice Lord way back in the day. If I remember to, link in the top right to that video. He used a Pokemon that I just talked about in like yesterday's video or the day before that, when I ran up against somebody and they had this Pokemon, and I let them win because I was so proud of them. So let's take a look at the featured Pokemon. It is none other than Alolan Geobro guy, man. Geobro man guy, dude. So yeah, basically this thing is just a better Alolan Graveler, at least in my opinion. But the problem is, at level 51, it still only falls under 1500. Just barely, but barely under 1500. So, Bonage has been working on this thing for quite a while. I've seen it as his buddy. He has decided to go ahead and power this bad boy up all the way up to level 51. So let's take a look at his team. He's got probably one of the strongest cores in the Kanto Cup, at least in my opinion, and also, in my opinion, one of the funnest cores to run, which is Alolan Marowaka and Alolan Graveler. As you note here, he has a full team of Alolan Pokemon that absolutely demolish Kanto Pokemon. I know they call it the Kanto Cup, but why are all the Alolan Pokemon so strong? Niantic, I don't know. Niantic, can you answer that one? Hey, when's the Alolan Cup coming? Or about the Sinnoh Cup, or the Hoenn Cup, or anything other than the Kanto Cup? No idea what I'm talking about, so let's take a look at Bonage's team. He has Alolan Marowaka in the lead with Fire Spin, Shadow Bone, and Bone Club. And then he has Alolan Geodude with Volt Switch, Rock Slide, and Thunderbolt, and Alolan Graveler as his designated safe switch, I'm assuming with Volt Switch, Stone Edge, and Rock Blast. So the reason Alolan Graveler is such a deadly safe switch is if people, say you pick up a negative lead, say he runs into an Alolan Muck, He switches into his Alolan Graveler, and he just keeps throwing those Volt switches. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna go for a Dark Pulse first, and then switch out. By the time they get to their Dark Pulse, you're already getting close to a Stone Edge. So whatever comes in after that, even if it's resisted, say a Shadow Machamp comes in, Stone Edge still gonna hurt real goddamn bad. And then Alolan Geodude is basically, like I said, in my opinion, a little bit of a better version, because Rock Blast is a crappy move. It does make for a good bait move, but it's a pretty crappy move damage-wise, whereas Rock Slide is a very good move in all regards. So let's take a look at the first set. I don't know which one is supposed to be first, so I'm just playing them in a random order. He said there was a funny glitch at the beginning of this one, I'm pretty sure. Going up against No Cito. Oh, there's his Yveltal that he probably just caught, and the battle starts. Okay, interesting. Alright, so picking up a mostly positive lead. This isn't like the greatest. Obviously, they can both do super effective damage to each other with the Shadow Ball / Shadow Bone, but Alolan Marowak does get to these Shadow Bones quicker than Hypno can get to a Shadow Ball. It takes Hypno 5 confusions to get to a Shadow Ball. Looks like they're over farming just a little bit. He's going to go ahead and shield this up. Most likely a Thunder Punch. By the time Alolan Marowak gets this low, a Thunder Punch alongside of those confusions is going to do enough. So he's going to let this go. Actually, if this is another Thunder Punch and it's not going to KO, so he should be able to get to another Shadow Ball. Oh, he's actually running Shadow Ball. Sorry, the moveset over there is wrong. Just pretend I was right. Just pretend I'm a professional. Thank you. So he goes for the Shadow Ball, and now he's going to be switching into his Alolan Graveler to get ahead on energy here. And if they stay in, this is most likely it. I wasn't counting the confusions, but I think this is another Thunder Punch. Okay, very nice counting, because I was definitely not. He shields up the Shadow Ball, which would have been doing massive damage, and now he's going to be going for this Rock Blast, which will be taking out the Hypno. And see, they let him farm up so much energy here, so let's see what comes in next. Alolan Marowak. Yeah, see, you see what I'm saying here? Alolan Graveler, just, yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah, and then they quit out. Yeah, I would probably quit out too. Actually, I probably wouldn't run that team, to be honest. I've been trying the Glass Cannon Challenge, by the way, today. Had a lot of fun with it. I put an Elite TM on a Kingler, and had a lot of fun with that thing. But I will say, every time I ran into somebody running like a Venusaur, Wigglytuff, and a Alolan Marowak line, I'm like, dude, get out of here with your bullshit. Okay, so he picked up a negative lead because that opponent was running Hex, but he does have 2 responses to Alolan Marowak in the back. Both of these rock types will do pretty well up against Alolan Marowak. Snorlax comes out, a Shadow Snorlax, and they don't shield the Stone Edge. And so this is most likely going to be a Body Slam. Could be a superpower, so he is going to go ahead and shield. It is a superpower, so very nice shield. He can actually farm all the way down now because that superpower debuffed the Snorlax. And they come in with an Alolan Raichu here. I saw that Psychic typing in the top right. And he goes for the Stone Edge, and they don't shield. Dude, this guy has 2 shields. You still have 2. Okay, and they're just, why didn't you shield any of that? I mean, I guess they're trying to call the bait, but dude, you got to shield something, man. You got to shield literally anything. He's going to let this go, come in with his Alolan Graveler, or Geodude. Let's see if he comes in with the Alolan Geodude. Yeah, coming in with the Alolan Geodude here. And since this opponent is running Hex, they most likely don't have Bone Club, which actually makes this a better matchup for these Alolan Rock-type Pokemon, because Bone Club hits for double super effective, whereas Shadow Bone only hits for neutral. So, and most people, like I said, are running Hex, Shadow Bone, and Fire Blast. That's like the classic moveset. So he got the debuff, unfortunately, from one of those Shadow Bones. He's going to come in here, and he does survive a Shadow Bone. That's one of the positive things about running Shadow Ball, is a Shadow Ball actually KOs, whereas a Shadow Bone does not from full health. So he's going to go for the Shadow Ball. That's going to be taking out the Alolan Marowak and, you know, taking the game. Very, very nice. By the way, I would have my Azhum Bombero cup, but it is currently dirty, so I'm drinking out of this boring mug. Okay, picking up a very dangerous lead here up against a Haunter, which is not okay. Okay, this is just a Shadow Punch. They only counted 5 Shadow Claws there. He's going to call that, and it is just a Shadow Punch. No big dealio. And you see, by the time the opponent switched in, since they went for that Shadow Punch, he already has a Stone Edge. He's going to go for that Stone Edge that would be doing massive damage. Doesn't fully KO, but almost KOs. And the opponent is over farming once again. So I don't know what the plan is there, but going for another Stone Edge, gets both shields very early in the game. The opponent is going for the farm down here, so they are at 100 energy, but I don't think that was worth it whatsoever. Bone Edge is going to come in here and let them dump some energy on his Alolan Marowak. I like this play, because these Dark Pulses are not going to KO. He might just let both of these go and then leave it all up to the Geodude. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to let both of them go so they don't have as much energy anymore. And now he's coming in with the Alolan Geodude here. And he could throw that Rock Slide, but he does decide to farm down. I also like this play because now he can come out of this with a lot of energy, just like that Alolan Muck did, except for Alolan Geodude with energy is much more dangerous than Alolan Muck with energy. So that Haunter comes back in, and yeah, dude, you double shielded your Alolan Muck. Think about that. You have a Haunter on your team, literally. And there's a Beedrill in the back. Does this Rock Slide KO? It's going to hit for super effective damage. I would imagine it wouldn't, but it does. Okay, then. All right, goodbye, Beedrill. So yeah, that guy was running a pretty glassy team, but he double shielded his tankiest Pokemon. So that was a huge mistake on the opponent's end. If you ever have Haunter on your team, or even Beedrill, Beedrill's pretty glassy as well, save your shields for that. Alolan Muck can tank some hits. Alolan Muck survives a Stone Edge, believe it or not. Switch advantage is not always that important. Alright, so picking up a negative lead here. He's going to be switching into his Alolan Graveler. And let's see, are they going to go for a Dark Pulse and then switch out? Because if so, Bonage is going to have some energy to threaten whatever comes in. So they come in, or they go for their Dark Pulse, and they're actually staying in. Bonage is going to go straight for the Stone Edge. This is usually what I do as well. I'm just kidding. If you ever battle me, I always bait. Every single time I go Rock Blast. So you never need to shield. Never have to shield anything. Oh, the opponent does not have a response for a rock type. They come in with an ice type. They are doing neutral with the charms. They call the Rock Blast, which is a huge call, but that's okay. He's going to be able to either get both shields and then win switch advantage, or I'm sorry, get both shields or win switch advantage here. Ooh, and it was a CMP tie. Here comes the Weather Ball. This is going to be taking him out. No need to shield that. He would get charmed down anyway, so very nice. He's going to be coming in with the Alolan Marowaka here to farm down with those super effective fire spins, resisting the charms because of that fire type. The opponent comes back in with their Alolan Muck. They do have a Dark Pulse loaded, but he does survive this Dark Pulse. Looks like he hit the Bone Club there, so he's going to go for this Bone Club. Bone Club does hit for super effective damage, whereas Shadow Bone is resisted. So now he's going to be switching into his Alolan Geodude, and do they stay in and let him farm him down? Yeah, they're going to let him farm him down. You got to stop letting Alolan Geodude get ahead on energy, my dudes. Alright, so farming all the way down. What's in the back? It is an Alolan Marowaka. Here comes a Rock Slide. That won't KO. Yeah, that didn't KO, but that's okay. I think he... Okay, was I counting wrong? I'm pretty sure they had a Bone Club there. Bone Club does hit for double super effective because of the rock and electric typing. And the Alolan Muck comes back in to get farmed down with 1 Volt Switch. So, I'm seeing a theme in people's teams that Bonage has been going up against. And honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you guys. If you're out there running Alolan Marowak, Alolan Muck, and Hypno, you're boring. You're boring. I'm sorry, you're boring. If that's all the Pokemon you have, I get it. But if it's all the Pokemon you have and you have 1 million Stardust in your bank, I don't get it. You're boring. Okay, enough insulting everybody. He picked up a positive lead. Well, again, it's kind of, they both do super effective damage with the Shadow type or the Ghost type attacks. So once again, this opponent is over farming here. And again, I totally expect this to be a Thunder Punch, but okay. The threat of a Shadow Ball is pretty real, and he's going to be going for this next one. This is another Thunder Punch. I like, you gotta bait, unless you just plan on going down. Okay, never mind. I was counting wrong. Never mind. This guy was yeah, never mind. Just forget everything I said. All right, so we're coming in with the Alolan Graveler here, and unfortunately the opponent snuck a Confusion in, which is not good. But let's see if he can farm down with these Volt Switches. All right, they are at a Shadow Ball. I'm pretty sure he's gonna let this come through. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a Thunder Punch. Nope, it's a Shadow Ball. So, unfortunately, the Hypno has taken out 2 Pokemon and a Shield so far. Can Alolan Geodude clutch this? No, it can't. No. It definitely can't. It's not happening. It's not happening. Maybe they let this go. Maybe they're like, it's probably a Stone Edge, Maybe Rock Blast? No, okay. Well, you can't win them all. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, that Hypno kind of soloed most of his team there. But, hey, that's okay. Hey, if you're out there running Hypno, screw you. Okay, so I think I played the wrong set first. I think this was supposed to be the first set, but hey, whatever. Going up against Cherry Garcia, 69. If you named yourself that because of Ben and Jerry's and not because of Grateful Dead, I'm disappointed in you. Okay, picking up a negative lead once again up against the Alolan Marowak. This guy is also staying in for way too long. Stone Edge is going to come close to one-shotting, so he threatens the Stone Edge with that Rock Blast, sneaks a Volt Switch in. Volt Switch is probably the best move to sneak in, or the worst to let sneak in. And again, somebody running... I ran into a bunch of people running Hex and Bone Club. What the hell is that about? Get out of here with your Hex and Bone Club. So he comes up against his Alolan Sandslash, and this is still a pretty good matchup here because he's hitting for neutral with literally everything. Neutral with the rock types because Ice takes super effective from rock and then Steel resist. He's able to farm down, tanks an Ice Punch, no big dealio, has his Stone Edge loaded. What comes back in? Is it the Alolan Marowak? It's a Magneton. Okay, a man of culture, I see. So going for this Stone Edge, this resisted Stone Edge. Resisted, is it? Did that say resisted? Because that didn't look resisted. Okay, so Shadow Magneton. Huge cojones on this guy over here. Tanks the discharge and beat Dealio. And the last Pokemon is that Alolan Marowak. This is most likely a Bone Club. He actually decides to shield, and it is a Bone Club. I was going to say, if they went for the Bone Club once, it's probably a Bone Club. Alright, so going for the Shadow Ball here. This probably is the Shadow Bone. It's just running. It's another Bone Club. No, don't do that. Don't do that. He survives that. So big mistake, buddy. Once again, that could be a t-shirt, you know? Big mistake, buddy. Alright, so anyway, coming in here with the Alolan Geodude, and they are over farming once again. Just go for the Bone Club. We know you got it. We know you got your bones, and you want to throw your bones at people, but, you know, Alolan Geodude doesn't want none of that. So Rock Slide it is. Okie dokie. Able to take that win once again up against another boring Kanto Cup basic bitch meta line. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. I'm so proud of you. I will say, though, when I was doing the Glass Cannon Challenge today, I think about 50% of the people I went up against had at least one, if not two, spicy Pokemon on their team. So respect to you guys. If you went up against me and you know who you are, I respect it. Very nice. Shadow Omastar, I saw you, you know. Who else? There's a bunch of stuff. Anyway. It'll be in probably tomorrow's video. Alright, so he baits with the Bone Club. Unfortunately, the opponent calls his bait. And now he's out here going to have to shield. Okay, shields the Shadow Ball, which is really nice, because that would have been basically taking him out. Going for his own Shadow Ball. I would imagine they'd probably shield this since they called the bait, but that's okay. Never mind. Put it in the montage, I guess. So able to take out the Hypno with the Shadow Ball. And is down on shields. The opponent has their own Alolan Marowak, which is kind of a tell that whatever is in the back is probably weak to Alolan Marowak. So maybe he'll go for this Bone Club and then switch out. He gets a shield, very nice. And the opponent is over farming. This is most likely a Bone Club. It won't actually KO. I'm pretty sure it'll survive with like 1 HP. Now it is a Shadow Bone. It's a very nice play on the opponent's end. He's coming in with the Alolan Geodude here and getting some lag, unfortunately. In comes a Bone Club. This again is going to hit for double super effective damage. Let's see how much it does. Okay, it's about as much as it does to an Alolan Graveler, so that's alright, that's not too bad. Able to survive, and is resisting the Fire Spins because of the Rock typing. Goes for the Rock Slide, gets the shield, and in comes another Bone Club. This one's going to definitely take him out. He decides to shield, trying to show the power of Alolan Geodude here. Going for the Rock Slide because a couple more Fire Spins is going to take him out. Look at that little best buddy ribbon is like hanging off of his weird little eyebrow hairs. Okay, the last Pokemon is a Wigglytuff. I think he actually has this one because shields are down. This Stone Edge will not KO, but a couple more Volt Switches will probably take out the Wigglytuff. And by the way, if I went up against you and you were running a Wigglytuff, you suck. That's all I gotta say. Yep, so very nice. Able to take out the stupid Charmer over there on the other side of the field with its stupid normal typing. Get out of here. Haunter doesn't want none of that shit. I've been running Haunter, and every time I come across a Wigglytuff, I'm like, you son of a biscuit. Alright, so, a man of culture running Kanto Raichu out here with the beach hat and sunglasses. So that's not the greatest lead, but it's not a bad lead either. So the opponent is... I mean, this is fine. Maybe they won't expect a Thunderbolt, right? Because they're doing super effective damage with the water type attacks. Okay, they shield it. But this is okay. Like, this is fine. Look at the Volt Switches. Those Volt Switches are really doing a lot. I was going to say, this is probably worth a shield because he is at another Thunderbolt here. I might even bait the Rock Slide here, but if you do bait the Rock Slide, you might not get to another charge move. So I think going for the Thunderbolt is probably the smarter play. He gets the last shield, which is really good. Now, he would have got to another Rock Slide. He would have got to one more. But that's okay. Coming in with the Alolan Marowak here. Oh, no. This is El No Goodio. Okay, gonna have to shield up this Hydro Cannon that would be doing massive super effective damage. Blastoise is gonna be doing super effective damage to his whole team. He comes in with the Alolan Graveler now. The opponent stays in to let him farm him down, which is a mistake. You should have switched out of that Blastoise matchup, even though you're doing super effective damage. Mainly because now your Wigglytuff is about to get edged. The Edge Lord cometh. Boom. Take that, mother fricker. And Wigglytuff is stupid, and everybody hates Wigglytuff. Oh, Bone Edge Overtap. That's not good. El No Goodio. Okay, Raichu comes back in. Oh, this is very bad. Okay, here comes the Wild Charge. This doesn't KO. And it was a CMP tie. Probably would have to throw anyway, because those Volt Switches will do a lot. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. Okay, able to fire spin down before that Volt Switch lands, and the Wigglytuff is gonna go down to a Bone Club. Isn't that pathetic? A Pokemon going down to a Bone Club? You're pathetic, Wigglytuff. You stink. Your whole family hates you, and you didn't make it through college, which neither did I. But you know, it's funny because it was you. Me, people are like, oh, you're cool, Shrady. So I'm not going to college. Don't do that, by the way. If you go to college, okay, finish college. Finish it. All right, it's worth it. It's also very fun. Okay, another Hypno lead. God dang. I'm sick of it already. Wigglytuff, Hypno, Alolan Marowaka. Come on, put something spicy on your team. This man better have a frickin' Shadow Aerodactyl in the back. I swear to gosh. No, I swear to God. Give me that. Okay, Lapras. Okay, Frost Breath Lapras. Okay, so I mean, I would say it's spicy, but it's more just like a kind of a noob thing. No offense to this guy, but yeah, Frost Breath sucks. All right, so Surf is going to be coming through. This Surf will be doing super effective damage. He should be able to Volt Switch down since he landed the Rock Blast there. It takes a while to get to charge moves with Frost Breath. Frost Breath is not a great move. Ice Shard is much better. Gets to charge moves pretty quick and does decent damage. And so what came in, I did not see. In comes the Stone Edge. Oh, a Primeape. Okay, this is pretty bad. Oh, getting farmed down. That's El No Goodio. Coming in with the Alolan Marowak here. And this Night Slash will KO, but hopefully this is a CMP tie. He caused a Night Slash, but it is going to take him out. And, oh gosh, oh golly, oh gosh, G-man, bro. It only takes 4 counters to get to a Night Slash, or 4 and then 5. Okay, so Hypno comes in. Unfortunately, he's going to go down. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to win this one. I think the only way to win this one was to shield the Alolan Marowak. Shield the Night Slash and go for the Shadow Bone, which would have taken out the Geodude. Okay, wait, maybe no. It's like 1 counter is going to take him out. So yeah, no big deal. But yeah, there was a win con there, and I respect using Primeape, by the way. Primeape is a very fun Pokemon, and I'm surprised it's not a part of the meta. Well, I mean, I know it is a part of the meta, but I'm surprised it's not higher up on the list of people's priorities. Mainly because it's a fighting type attack that does super effective to Ghost as well as Psychic, so makes a very good safe switch. Okay, picking up another lead against an Alolan Marowak. It seems he likes to play this one by immediately switching into his Graveler, hoping to bait out his the opponent's best Rock type counter. The opponent actually stays in, and this is probably a false CMP tie, I'm imagining. Yeah, it is a false CMP tie. So the opponent is going to be locked in here while he goes for this Stone Edge. Probably going to shield and then switch out, I'm imagining. Nope. Okay, just going to stay and go for another Bone Club. So, yeah, it's definitely worth a shield because he's not going to get Fire Spin down too quickly. We'll be able to get to a couple of Rock Blasts if he decides to double shield here. Going to be baiting the Rock Blast. I think they're probably going to shield up since they're staying in, so that's a good play as well. Going for the Rock Blast, that gets the shield, and they overfarm. I'm pretty sure I know it only takes 4 Fire Spins to get to a Bone Club, so they must have been going for the farm down, which is a huge mistake. In comes a Wigglytuff. Once again, I hate you so much, Wigglytuff. Oh, it's a Gyarados. It's a Gyarados. Okay, his Gyarados is taking double super effective damage from the Volt Switches, and oh yeah, oh, come on. We wanted to see how much the Thunderbolt did to a Wigglytuff. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. You put Wigglytuff on your team and you're like, maybe it'll be spicy if I put Gyarados on here. No, you still have Wigglytuff on your team. Okie dokie, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, as long as you enjoy the content. And if you want to go and check out my merch, there is a link in the description. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you guys for your recommendations when it comes to what should I do for the Glass Cannon Challenge. I'm going to start doing something new. I think I'll put this at the beginning of the video too. I'm going to do something new. If you want to submit some, like a single battle, if you have one single battle that has a crazy amount of spice on your team, go down to the description and submit it down there, and just make sure when you submit it, you let me know that this is for the spiciest battle. Just write spiciest battle challenge in there and just upload one video, just a video of one battle, I mean. And I'm going to see if I can make a video that's just a compilation of all your guys' spice into one video. I feel like that'll make a really good video. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons, Billy Bravebird, Running Froggy, The North Star, Doug J. Dempsey, Ryan Borowski, Cleric, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Freak, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Mitsukata, Kit Gulek, Edward O'Neill, Senor Stacks, Grizzinator, Winter Fang, Lord of the Azam Bombaril, Daniel Timms, and Ray Rafik.